6 shocking and unbelievable truths about North Korea that will amaze the world. Hello and welcome, everyone. Brothers and sisters have returned to the mysterious universe. Here, the unbelievable turns out to be true, and the truth is sometimes stranger than the unbelievable. Today, allow me to guide you aboard a mysterious train journey as we explore the trip around the Korean peninsula together. More specifically, heading straight to a country so peaceful it's eerie. That would be North Korea. North Korea. Is this a closed-off country where coming and going isn't free? A place where taking sneaky photos feels more tense than shooting a music video in a cemetery? Here, even walking must be organized. Just a glance around can draw immediate attention from others. North Korea is truly a mysterious country, especially when it comes to its military or nuclear weapons. Today, I won't be talking about the military or nuclear weapons. This is the story of Ju Chan-young, a woman from North Korea. Just the name alone sounds so powerful, right? Indeed, she is incredibly brave, for daring to do what 99% of ordinary North Koreans wouldn't even dare to think of. Let alone daring to do it. It was about contacting his father, who had fled to South Korea long ago. Oh come on, this is as ordinary as a bag of sugar and a carton of milk. Nothing worth talking about. True, this task is simple, but only simple for 99% of the other countries in the world. In North Korea, this is considered a serious violation, folks. It's like bringing fish sauce on a plane. No means no. No amount of talking will change that. To meet her father, she didn't take a plane or a bus. Instead, she chose to travel by boat. At this point, you probably sense something's off, right? She had to go all the way to the border region near China, a place usually marked only by blowing wind, growing grass, and guarding soldiers. But she didn't go alone. She had the support of a pilot out of uniform. As a soldier, but not your regular soldier, he. Exactly, a North Korean soldier agreed to help her cross the border, not with papers, a passport, or a visa, but by swimming across the river. Probably wondering, yeah, it is a movie, but it's one that plays out on the real-life screen. The interesting thing is that the soldier cleverly protected the phone by wrapping it tightly in a plastic bag and holding it in his mouth while swimming across the river. Indeed, the performance was both thrilling and humorous. Like watching a circus knowing there's a pack of crocodiles waiting beneath the stage. After safely crossing the river, a Chinese person will meet and assist you in contacting your father. Then, her arduous journey continued until 2011, when she finally set foot in South Korea. Of course, the fragile bridge connecting the two regions is now slowly fading away. Since 2014, Kim Jong-un has tightened security measures, causing his phone to frequently experience signal interference. Trading anymore, now they. As a result, the number of people fleeing to South Korea has also been declining sharply and continuously. From nearly 3,000 people in 2009, this number dropped sharply to below 1,000 and then to just 300 by 2015. Did you know, not every North Korean wants to run away? Many people simply want to learn what life in Korea is really like. Over there, are women so rich that they have more clothes than they can even wear? Do Koreans really earn as much money every month as the rumors say? In short, North Korea is like a Pandora's box full of mysteries. The more you explore, the more bizarre things you discover. The internal phone network and internet are reserved for VIP guests only, while international communication is completely prohibited. But there are always those who find every way to break down that invisible wall. Of course, this is just the beginning. There are still countless other mysteries waiting to be uncovered. If you want to explore more stories that are both authentic and strange about this mysterious country. Right now, keep your eyes glued to the screen and let's uncover 6 shocking 100% true facts about North Korea. Bizarre things you'd hardly believe. Blue jeans are seen as something to steer clear of in North Korea, like avoiding a plague. If you think the blue jeans in your wardrobe are just a common, convenient, and easy-to-style item, then let me say this: do not bring such thoughts to North Korea. Here, the blue jeans are not just a fashion item, but a powerful political statement. Yeah, sounds a bit hard to believe, huh? In North Korea, even trivial things like the color of your clothes can get you into trouble. more troublesome than arguing with your lover on an empty stomach. Blue jeans, a popular clothing item worn worldwide, from east to west, by anyone, are something to steer clear of in North Korea. Especially if you accidentally set foot in sacred places like the Kim Il-sung Memorial or the Kim Jong-il Memorial. Why is it so strange? Black pants and white pants are fine, but why not blue pants? It may sound absurd, but to North Koreans, denim blue is considered a symbol of Western culture. The thing that the local authorities particularly want to steer clear of. Westernized, but is seen as quietly spreading reactionary ideologies, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, if you're a tourist, even if not entirely prohibited, you should still proactively choose train cars with neutral colors. Especially when visiting politically significant sites. If you're a local, wearing blue jeans is practically unacceptable. Not that they don. North Korean women typically dress in a classic, modest style that emphasizes safety. A long dress with a high neckline, made from well-fitted fabric that isn't too tight, that is the proper standard. Of course, in recent years, a fresh breeze has swept through, making the local fashion scene a bit more dynamic. But don't even dream of comfortably strolling the streets in a tank top, body-hugging skirt, or ripped knee jeans. In that place, if you dress even slightly differently, people will easily try to recruit you for work. Too Western. If one becomes too westernized, it also means they no longer fit in with traditional culture. Therefore, clothing in North Korea is not merely a matter of personal aesthetics. While also demonstrating strict compliance with the policies and guidelines of the state. In our country, you can wear clothes to express your personality, but in North Korea, people dress to avoid drawing attention. In short, choosing what to wear when visiting North Korea isn't as simple as putting together an outfit for a casual stroll down the street. Just picking the wrong pants color, especially the familiar blue jeans, is enough to make your style look less classy. Even you could be inspected, questioned, or even denied access to critical areas. Therefore, whether you're a true fashion enthusiast or simply someone who prefers a comfortable style, if you ever have the chance to set foot in this mysterious country, remember one thing. Wear whatever you want, just don't wear blue pants. Here, pants are not merely clothing, they are a story deeply imprinted with cultural and political significance. And this is also a lesson in survival fashion that you won't find anywhere else in the world except in North Korea. Imagine a leisurely evening, you relaxing on the sofa, remote control in hand. After a long tiring day, I turned on the TV and flipped through the channels to find some relaxing entertainment. But unlike our house with over 100 channels, you only get to watch exactly 4 channels. No game shows, no long-running Korean dramas, and no survival challenge programs on deserted islands. That is the reality of life in North Korea, where television is not merely a means of entertainment. In this country, watching TV is not merely a form of entertainment but also a deeply political act. Neither North Korean citizens nor tourists visiting the country are allowed to freely choose television programs. No more endlessly flipping through all 99 channels only to circle back to channel 15 because there's nothing fun left to watch. Here, how many support channels do you have access to? And the maximum limit is only up to 4. That's right, there are only 4 channels. It may sound meager, but for the North Korean government, 4 channels are more than enough. Capable of spreading propaganda, capable of instilling loyalty, and capable of blocking all foreign cultural influences from infiltrating through the television screen. Each television channel has its own role, always broadcasting meticulously edited content every second, every minute. Not a clumsy smile, not a discordant word. For example, on North Korea's central television KCTV, you can see many images of people with radiant, happy faces. The marching troops alongside the nation's great structures built in record time. Still want to watch more movies? Sure thing. But these are films produced by North Korea itself, primarily praising patriotism in their content. Loyalty to leadership and moral lessons could not be more important. Wondering whether there's possible, but it. Take this for example, it's like looking through binoculars across the border. Caught watching foreign shows, especially those from Korea or the US. Not only do you lose the remote control, but sometimes you even lose your own freedom. The people knew this well, so no matter how curious they were, none dared to act recklessly. Even tourists visiting North Korea faced similar circumstances. The hotel features modern flat-screen TVs with sharp picture quality, but the available channels have been carefully curated. No CNN, no BBC, let alone Netflix or YouTube. Forget about trying to relax by watching romantic Korean dramas or funny game shows. You'd just be wasting your time. In North Korea, the remote control is just for show. Clicking over and over just keeps you stuck in the same content loop. A place where you hear the same familiar stories repeated, the achievements of the nation, and the greatness of its leaders. And exemplary moral lessons. Want to switch to another channel? Feel free to press the button. But the content remains the same, only the setting and actors change. Living in a world where everything that appears on screen has been staged and arranged in advance. No drama, no surprises, and no last-minute shocking news. Life is so monotonous that you can easily predict even the news that will be broadcast. I wonder what the people are thinking. I haven't tried it yet, but just hearing about it makes me dizzy. I already feel like shaking my head non-stop. How about you? Would you like to explore life in North Korea for once? Leave a comment below. Coca-Cola is a banned product. In many countries, Coca-Cola has become a familiar and popular street drink. From children to adults, from family gatherings to street-side eateries, it can be seen everywhere. But in North Korea, things are completely different. Even worse, they were seen as symbols of foreign influence and were unwelcome. Actually, banning Coca-Cola is nothing new. Once upon a time, Cuba and North Korea were close brotherly nations, both firmly adhering to this ban. But by 2015, Cuba was forced to concede to Coca-Cola. North Korea remains steadfast in its stance of not allowing American soft drinks on its territory. What does this mean? Behind every drop of water lies not just a matter of fresh water, but a dense political narrative. Hearing about these kinds of forbidden topics, I usually find them so distant. But think about it, Coca-Cola is a symbol of American culture, representing what's known as consumer civilization. If Coca-Cola is allowed to hit the market, who knows, people might get curious and want to try other imported goods. The things that the North Korean government wants to control and restrict to the greatest extent. No matter how much you crave it, you won't find a genuine can of Coca-Cola in a Pyongyang supermarket. A few years ago, some journalists visiting North Korea noticed that a few eateries and restaurants in Pyongyang had Coca-Cola displayed on their shelves. Celebrate too soon, These streams of information are introduced from outside without undergoing official censorship. It's very difficult to pinpoint their exact origin, and they certainly can. And if you're wondering what the locals drink instead of Coca-Cola, the answer might surprise you. North Koreans have various distinctive types of soft drinks, including both carbonated and non-carbonated varieties. The product is domestically manufactured or imported from countries with friendly relations. Though the taste was completely different from Coke, for them, it was the only choice. And also becomes a distinctive cultural feature, impossible to confuse. This also reveals a rather interesting aspect. In many countries, consumers are willing to wait in long lines to buy Pepsi or Coca-Cola whenever there's a promotion. In North Korea, the government resolutely maintains its own isolated freshwater world. And not to be confused with brands originating from the United States. Though the world outside has changed. To them, even a single soda can become a forbidden symbol, representing an irreconcilable divide. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Something as seemingly simple as a soft drink hides behind it a complex story of politics, economics, and culture. It is evident that in North Korea, everything, down to the smallest beverages, is controlled to portray a consistent image of the country. They are captivated by an image they yearn to preserve and protect at all costs. Therefore, if you ever have the chance to set foot in this mysterious land one day, don't even think about asking for a can of Coca-Cola. Enjoy local specialties with filtered water or traditional refreshments. North Korea's drinking water will be the most unique highlight of your trip. Oh, just grab the camera and snap away. What's there to worry about? You can definitely take photos, but don't expect it to be as relaxing as a stroll in the park or wandering around your neighborhood streets. There are certain locations where photography is strictly prohibited, such as border areas or military zones. Even the guards on duty are not allowed to take photos without explicit permission. If you accidentally raise your phone to film in this sensitive area, you will definitely be warned immediately. Or even worse, the camera might be inspected and any unflattering photos could be deleted on the spot. Many travelers have shared stories about their cameras being thoroughly inspected. Right after taking the photo, the staff will check it immediately. If they find the photo unsatisfactory, they will delete it immediately. Sometimes the photo disappears completely before you even get a chance to check it on the computer. It feels like someone is watching every keystroke you make. An interesting but often overlooked detail when photographing statues of North Korean leaders. When photographing statues of leaders such as Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il, or Kim Jong-un, close-up shots or partial images of the statues are not permitted. You must photograph the entire statue, otherwise the locals will see it as disrespectful and irreverent. That sounds serious, but this is an ironclad rule once you set foot in this land. If you want to post a photo taken with the statue, remember to consider the composition for an aesthetically pleasing, balanced look, and be sure to upload the full-size image. Otherwise, I'm afraid of offending them. Moreover, photographing people while they are working is also strictly restricted. You can't freely take photos as you would when traveling in other countries. This is not only about protecting privacy, but also stems from complex political reasons, things that outsiders can hardly fully comprehend. So, if you take photos of people working without asking for permission first, most likely, that post will be taken down, or you'll be warned and asked to sign a commitment agreement. It's clear that when setting foot in North Korea, the camera is no longer just a tool for virtual living. It has become a regulated subject, and you need to understand the law to use it properly. If you don't comply, you may lose precious memories or cause unnecessary trouble. Therefore, if you're planning a trip to North Korea and dreaming of capturing stunning photos, be mentally prepared to accept creative limitations and strictly adhere to local regulations. Generally, instead of immersing yourself in the virtual world, you should live authentically in every moment of the present. Because the photos you take may very well become unique and incredibly precious moments. Compared to the thousands of selfies taken every day, surely, every one of us has sat in front of a mirror, looked at our messy hair, and exclaimed, "Today, trying a new style, doing something different to add a touch of luxury to life." But if you live in North Korea, let me tell you, that dream will forever remain just a dream. Imagine stepping into a small barbershop in Pyongyang. The walls are covered with sample hairstyle photos, but don't get too excited yet. Here, there are no flashy dyed hairstyles, no bleached smoky silver hair or Korean-style perms. You will have the chance to admire a collection of officially approved hairstyles. And what was considered the most fashionable was Chairman Kim Jong-un's hairstyle. Does that sound a bit absurd? But that's just how it is. In North Korea, hairstyles are not merely a matter of personal aesthetics but also carry profound political significance. The hairstyle you choose reflects who you are and your personality. Best to follow the leader to avoid getting caught in the crossfire. Most men here have the exact same hairstyle as Kim Jong-un. The sides are cut high, with the top styled into a slight puff. Precise down to the smallest detail, as if straight out of a Central Committee resolution. And what about us women? Yeah, there are a few more options, but it's not much better. The chin-length bob haircut, neat and elegant. Simplicity is the most encouraged style. Why, you ask? Because the senior leadership believes that such a style truly embodies the qualities of a North Korean woman. After hearing that, all I can do is give up. Time to eat. Many people wonder, wait, so no one resisted or what? Would you dare to dye your hair green? The correct answer is, but that number is as rare as snow in Saigon. Because in a place where everything, from your clothing, your walk, to the hairstyle you choose, anything can turn into a big deal. Everyone will prioritize safety first. You see, in other places, the hair salon is where you can freely be yourself, curl, dye, bleach, or get extensions as you please. Set the tray quickly, do everything like a mother. But in North Korea, barbershops are not just places for grooming, they are also symbols of loyalty. Every time I push the chair back to sit down, it was a commitment to the standard model set forth by the authorities. So, if you have the chance to visit North Korea, let's say, please think very carefully before entering the hair salon. In the barber. You won't be able to get the hairstyle you want. And never even think about telling the craftsman, "Hey sis, can you give me a haircut like G-Dragons, please?" At this place, you are only allowed to speak, "Mr. Kim, please help me cut the same." If your hair happens to be naturally a bit curly, an adjustment may also be proposed to ensure compliance with regulations. What do you think? Still under control? Can you survive? Or maybe you suddenly remember the barbershops back home, where the barber just finished cutting hair. Just a chat already shows the warmth of village bonds. Without having to worry about whether you've misunderstood the idea. Comment below with the weirdest hairstyle you've ever tried. To truly appreciate the immense value of the freedom to beautify. Hot baths, North Korea's ultimate luxury gift. Taking a hot bath may sound simple. In North Korea, it is considered shameful and contemptible. Many people still mistakenly believe that. Well, it's not exactly poor either. Just turn on the water heater and you'll have warm water right away. Run a hot shower in the middle of winter to ward off the cold. But in a secretive country like North Korea, even something as simple as having a hot bath right at home, that's just wishful thinking. Here, most households do not have a hot water supply system. The house doesn't have a hot water pipe. Not even a convenient shower like the one at home. Instead, the people here have to use public bathrooms. The only place where you can feel the warmth of flowing water through your hands. Amid the freezing winter weather. Upon hearing this, many of you may wonder, oh, why not install a water heater for convenience? Oh, not everyone gets to be chosen, you know. The power infrastructure is weak and lacks adequate equipment and materials. The government maintains strict control. All of this allows every household to have hot water readily available at home. Wanting something doesn't always make it happen. And not just that, the story continues even while showering. The cold in North Korea seeped deep into every corner of the house. Because there is no centralized repair system like in many other countries. There is no repair machine. No warmth from fixing electricity or gas. When winter comes, people often gather around a fire to keep warm. That's the traditional way of fixing things, just like our grandparents used to do back in the day. There wasn't much wood to spare. That's very thrifty. Only appears when the toes go numb. It's not like those Korean dramas where they spend all day fixing things, okay. To help you visualize more easily, try imagining the following. You wake up on a January morning. Outside, it's a freezing -20 degrees Celsius. I opened my eyes and saw the mist of my own breath hovering, swirling gently in the room. The water left in the basin from the night before had frozen solid. And if you want to take a bath, please pack up your belongings. Put the hat on your head. Cutting through the icy streets to reach the public bathhouse. Not every bathroom is open all the time. The electricity is sometimes unstable, and the water supply is occasionally insufficient. Yet, the people here still persevere and make a living. Still maintaining daily activities. I'm used to that already.